Hi friends, it's Chris again. I wanted to do a video. I haven't got a lot of stuff at the moment. Like as you know, all my stuff is in put away and packing and so on. But I've got a couple of things in my wallet. I always carry a couple of tools, which I thought I'll show you and see what you think. By the way, that's my wallet. Yeah. So I got one of these spring things which I bought. It comes by. It's got a spring at the end over here, but you just slide it in any wallet really, and it's good for holding notes and so on. But the tools I wanted to show you was a couple. One of them is this card, the Swiss card. It's called the Swisscard Lite from Victorinox. They do two versions of this, and I think the other one hasn't got the light, and it's got a couple of different tools. But this one's straight from the front. You've got a magnifying glass, and then you've got this thing which slides in, and it's got a small screwdriver, a larger straight screwdriver. You've got a Phillips. It's a 2D Phillips, and also a smaller 2D Phillips, and it's got this hole as well. So if you want to put a lanyard, you can buy these separately. I've seen them on Etsy, which I've got on my Champ. So that's there. Then you've got these scissors, the classic Victorinox spring scissors. The thing of these scissors, I found they're good, but for some reason, right towards the end, they don't sort of, like for trimming and so on, they pull a little bit. They're not as good as the other spring scissors. I don't know if it's just this particular one I've got, or they're all like that. But compared to the ones on the multi-tools and the knives with the spring, this one sort of snags and pulls a little bit. It doesn't sort of cut clean to the end, but it's okay. It's quite a good scissors. The other thing you got is a knife on here, good for small packages and emergency, cutting some ropes, twine, whatever. It's not the most biggest of knives, but it's okay. It's quite, gets you out of trouble. You've got a light. It's not the brightest of lights, but it's an emergency light for finding your keys, or the key hole to put your keys in and so on. Then you've got a tweezers. You've got a pen, and one more thing is you got a pin. I don't know why they didn't have a toothpick in here, because that's the thing I don't really use a lot. But that's the Swiss card. The other thing I wanted to show you, which I carry in here, is this Swisstech little tool. And the other day we went out in the car, and he had to jump start another car, and the battery terminals they had to take out the battery in the end, and couldn't find anything in emergency. I used this, and you know, it was only a small battery, so it was okay. It's not the most powerful of wrenches, but it's okay. It's got like this hex over there which gets around the small nuts quite well. You also got a little thing for crimping over here, as you can see, to sort of like acts as pliers, but it's also got a bunch of different tools in there. So you've got a Phillips, and then you've got in there tucked away, so you've got this big Phillips, then you've got a smaller one, and then you've got a medium or 3. On this side you've got a little file, and you've got one of these threaded sort of sharp, like an owl almost, that you can use to start your screws, or even for sort of making a hole, because it's got like very sharp bit on there, so you can use it as a small round file or something. So that's quite handy. And then on this side you got straights. So you got the big one, then you got a very small one, and then you got this medium one. It's also got all these markings on here, so you can use them for sort of marking and so on. But it's a handy little thing, and it's you just slide it in your wallet, so for emergency cases. And you can actually get quite a bit of torque on there by using it, you know, whichever way you want, like so. You can hold it, or like so, you know, so, and or straight if you want it as well, because then you've got this flat bit, so you can put some torque behind it. It's quite a nice little thing to keep in your wallet. It's flat and it goes in there, so for emergency. And the screwdrivers are quite a good range of screwdrivers on the flats of the Phillips. So yeah, I thought I'll show you that and see what you think. With that, I'll see you in the next one.